and you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind, the sports podcast for women about things that matter to us and more. So come join us on your podcast platform. And you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind. Stay tuned for a short commercial break. Let me tell you to forget the rest, we the best. Bayonne Mart is the one-stop shop to get your on-the-go items. So grab a Coke, some chips, or Delta 8 Essentials located at 295 Broadway in Bayonne, or call 201-243-6118 and check the website for store hours. Bayonne Mart. Shop now. What's up, everybody? It's the 18th episode, and let's take a look inside at Jay Harris, who is a journalist and sportscaster for ESPN since 2003 from out of Norfolk, Virginia. The things we have in common are ODU and one of the hottest local radio stations, WOWI, better known as WowWee, in Norfolk, Virginia. Here are some of the shows during his tenure for ESPN. Sports Center, Outside the Lines, Cold Pizza, NFL Live, Baseball Tonight, and Friday Night Fights. Just to name a few. Jay, welcome to the WNBA State of Mind, where we mainly discuss basketball, but we love other sports. Today, of course, we have an all-star cast of ballers, which makes for a great show. Jay, what's up?
How you doing?
Way back, ODU. All right, give us your best basketball story, whether it be about you or someone else.
Oh my goodness! Watching y'all win a national championship, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, my best basketball story. I was this summer before I went to ODU, because I grew up in Chapel Hill, and I was out at the Granville Towers courts. Granville Towers is where all the UNC athletes stayed. Me and my buddy were out at the Granville Towers, the basketball court. It's not there anymore because Franklin Street, downtown Chapel Hill is so different. But so we're out there, and this car pulls up, and this dude gets out. A fellow by the name of Michael Jordan. So my buddy and I had been pestering him all summer about, yo man, let us have your Olympic medal, because it's like you're not going to wear it. You should just let us have it. And he's like, no, you can't have a medal. So that day we decided, okay, why don't we play you 2-on-1 for your medal? And Mike says, okay. And he says, well, we win, we get your Olympic medal. He's like, all right, what if I win? So you get to keep your Olympic medal. That's what happened. So he's got on a pair of green topsiders, not even sneakers. So we're on the court, and he's got the ball, and me, because I have no sense in my head, walk out like I'm gonna guard him. And he kind of looks at me like, really? Is this what you want to do? And like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Yeah, I'm playing defense because I know how to play. And then he was going behind me, and he dunked the ball, and he won, and he kept his medal. And I don't appreciate him dunking on me like that. Although I am in a great fraternity of people that have been dunked on by Michael Jordan, so I'll take that for the rest of my life. So that's one of I have several, but that's probably my best basketball story.
Listen, that's a great story. Don't tell me that, you got dunked on like LeBron dunked on my man last night.
Oh my goodness, that was just evil what he did to Kevin Love. I mean, he's like, I hope I'm still in the wedding. I hope I'm still in the wedding.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like after the dunk, you just see it's like a cartoon that just says destroyed
Yes.
on the dunk. Like he just wow. You know, and there's so many people that have just been dunked on really bad in this league. And so, you know, kudos to Kevin Love for taking it with the way that he took it, you know, because that right there, that was a nasty dunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting to the next question, there's a lot of amazing stories right now in sports. You know, stories from Brittany Griner to Rodman's daughter signing $1 million contract in soccer, the baseball lockout. What stories currently have you in awe in sports in America?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, every day there's a new story. Heck, it seems like every day there's a new quarterback signing, or when Deshaun Watson got that huge, gigantic guaranteed contract to go to Cleveland, with everything that's going on with him off the field, with the pending civil suits. You know what? I'm gonna say the old people. The old people are the ones that have me intrigued. Like Tom Brady deciding to come back for one more, and Tom's about 80, 87 years old now. So to have him out there on the football field slinging the football at 102, that's going to be amazing. And the guy that we were just talking about, LeBron James,
Yes.
he's 37 years old, and he's still dunking on people like he's a spring chicken. I mean, as high as he got, and I know right now the Lakers they're scrambling, trying to make the playoffs and waiting for Anthony Davis to come back, and LeBron's got to do everything. But the fact that he can do everything at this age, I mean, he's number 2 now all-time scoring. He'll probably catch Kareem next season. He's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
and you know, Tom Brady being 45 playing quarterback in the NFL, that's another one. So that's the old people, because shit is gray. All that's because I'm old people too. So the old cats have me intrigued right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that just goes to show you that if you take care of your body, and you know, LeBron, he said that he spends $1 million on his body to make sure that it's working proper. You know, eating the proper foods, putting the right fuels in your body, and making sure that you get enough sleep, and you know, all of that stuff. It helps. You know, for him to be performing the way that he is at 37. You know, and guys seem to retire a little earlier than the females do. So for him to still, you know, be going at that pace and, you know, with that motor is absolutely fantastic. You know, everybody, you know, Tom coming back, you know, people are like, no, you know, go away, go somewhere, do something. Why are you killing us in the pocket with 2 minutes left in the game, tie score? You know, they're tired of seeing that scenario with this guy. So, you know, that's phenomenal that he's coming back, and, you know, kudos to him. I mean, just sports in general is just fantastic right now. Talk about
the 60 Minutes feature they did on her the other night. Sue Bird at 41, coming back for another season with the Seattle Storm. She's amazing.
Yes. To come back and play. I think Nancy Lieberman has got the record though. I think Nancy tried to come. I think Nancy came back at 50.
Yes.
I think I remember.
But she did not a whole season.
No, not a whole season.
Yeah.
She you know, she got a name. Nancy's got a name in the book. You know, she's gonna have ODU in there somehow, some way. We're gonna put it in there. So you know, kudos to her too. I mean, just for anybody doing it at that age, like I said, it's just phenomenal. And you really have to work out, and you really have to eat right, and you have to stretch and get the proper rest, and all of those things. You know, stress-free lives, and all those things that go along with it. And like I said, the emergence of ESPN since you first started in 2002. What's intrigued you the most about it? I mean, there's so many things that, where you guys are an outlet. You have apps. You've changed the fans' experience to the worldwide coverage. I mean, from 2003 to 2000, we're in 22 now.
2022. Yeah.
So much has changed. What's intrigued you the most?
All of that, everything you just said. Plus, I mean, we had, when I started, it was ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News.
Yes.
All this app stuff, ESPN 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever, everything digital, none of that existed. We even flirted with ESPN, the phone. I think I found it in the basement the other day. We had a phone. But and even on campus where most folks can't see the buildings that are there now that were not there when I started. Just everything. It's just growth. Ridiculous growth. All the distribution points, the way we can serve fans, and the way we have created a product now that you don't have to wait until 6 o'clock to watch SportsCenter. You can pick up your phone, you can get the highlights, and you can get the updates, and you can get whatever right then when it serves you to have it, right? So it's all in the realm of service, trying to make sure the fan experience is the best experience that we can make it. It's just phenomenal. The growth is just phenomenal.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And leading to the next question, the pandemic, has changed how we look at sports. There were so many different challenges when people couldn't even be near each other, for a short period of time here, all across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
How did that change how you communicated with other people? What was that like when you guys were first in your first meeting, and we had an idea that we'd be Zooming as much as we were to get work done and to still get the story out there. Talk about that.
Honestly, I think it forced us to think outside of the box and to be more creative. Because once upon a time, there was no way you were going to just put somebody on TV via FaceTime. But now you don't even think twice about it. It just is what it is. And you don't necessarily worry about the video quality because everything's so digital now, and people have these souped up televisions in their homes. It's going to look pretty good regardless. So FaceTime it is, or Zoom it is, or whatever it is. In the beginning, there were no live sports. So we were creative with our storytelling. We did more interviews with people. We talked to more people. We used devices like On This Day in Sports and used a lot of archive video. We were very fortunate in the beginning. It was the Last Dance was moved up to help out with programming. So we talked about that and relived the Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the 90s. And that was, everyone could relate to that. That was fun for me. That was right in my wheelhouse. So I loved it. So it's kind of good that we didn't have to worry about some of the other stuff, that we can concentrate and really tell these stories that now, with everything more normal, not back to normal, but more normal, we just don't have a lot of time to do some of the storytelling that I really miss that we were able to do in the beginning of the pandemic because of, breaking news or just little things that are part of the news cycle that sometimes I don't really care about. I would rather look at an expanded look at a particular story because it just means more to me. And I think storytelling is the thing that we do best. So it made us be creative. It made us hone our interviewing skills, made us think out the box. And I think now it has made us better overall as a network because we're very nimble. We're very creative, and we just don't let anything stop us from getting the story.
Absolutely. And you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind. I got my guy Jay Harris, ESPN, here on me, chopping it up, just talking about all types of things from ODU, favorite basketball stories, emergence of ESPN since he's been on it since 2002. So my guy, he's giving us a great show today. Let's flip it to the women's basketball side a little bit.
Okay.
We got the WNBA. We've been around for 25 years, and we get to watch it from its baby stages all the way up until now. And ESPN has been along for the ride for a long time with the WNBA, from its bumps and bruises all the way to the point where it's getting ready to become a lucrative entity. Discuss the WNBA and what things outside of ESPN they could do to improve visibility and expand coverage, for growth in the near future. Because, I see a lot of NBA TV for guys, and how important would that be for women's basketball for us to establish something like that?
I think it would be fantastic. I think in this day of a la carte television, you can look to this channel for this and this channel for that. I think that's all well and good. But I'm still not back. I think it'd be great. Because I remember way back when it was the ABL and WNBA, and then they merged. The ABL went by the wayside and they merged into the WNBA. I'll just go be honest. I was an ABL fan. I liked the game because I was an ABA fan before the NBA. I don't remember the merger, but I love watching old ABA footage. And the game has just changed. Women have always been very skilled and very good at this game. Look at the way the Houston Comets just came out of the box and just reigned supreme over the league for several years. I mean, watching that team with Cynthia Cooper and Tina Thompson, they're just phenomenal. And they could play today and win today. And I think the success of the WNBA has trickled down to youth basketball and colleges, and now these young ladies come up through college, they see a league for them to go to, a professional league, as opposed to having to go overseas. I mean, unfortunately, there still is that to make some money, but it has given young girls, young women hope that, I can turn professional in the sport that I love too. So I think with the more support, and especially the way the NBA guys have embraced the WNBA, and the way that men's college teams have embraced their female counterparts on campus, all of that just leads to more and more progress. And that helps the WNBA. That puts eyeballs on the court, on the product, on the people playing basketball. It lets you see a 60 Minutes feature on Sue Bird, and you see how good these women are. See how good y'all are at basketball. I could care less about they should lower the rim so they can dunk. I could care less about dunking, because just watch how y'all play. Watch how you pass, watch how you shoot. I mean, fundamentally sound, technical. Sometimes it's a lot more fun than watching the guys, sometimes, to be honest with you, because there's a purity about it that I really, really enjoy. So I think if we do a good job of telling the stories, of really humanizing the women in the league, humanizing these college players coming up, turning pro, on all platforms, whether it be ESPN or TNT or NBA TV or whatever. And we see more women becoming analysts and talking about the game and doing a really good job talking about the game. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Plus, this is the best the sweatshirt in the game. This really is. It's one of my favorite ones. So, I mean, long live the WNBA and everyone who plays in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just a great answer. And as we're winding down, can you give some young adults, some aspiring adults, just a little bit of advice on, what they can do if they'd like to become a sports analyst, and also let us know how people can get in touch with you.
Okay, I'll do the second part first. Instagram, Twitter, very easy. J Harris ESPN. That's probably the best way. As far as the former question, find your passion, right? If sports is your passion, news or whatever, my suggestion is don't think of yourself in those rigid lines. Be a storyteller, okay? Be a journalist. Be curious, because at the end of the day, that's who we are. That's what we do. It doesn't matter what the story is. If my goal is to tell you that story, it could be on a game. It could be on the trainer for the team. It can be on the business of basketball, football, whatever. I am going to find the principles, get the history, do my research, ask good questions, put together a story and present it. Pow, that's what I do. I'm a journalist, I'm a storyteller. So if this is something that you want to do, have that mindset first and foremost. And then as much as you can, be yourself, do you. Be as natural as possible. When you're young in this business, it is kind of a Xerox business because you don't know what you're doing. So like for me, I used to think, okay, I'm in a particular situation. How would Bryant Gumbel ask this question? Or how would Peter Jennings handle this situation? Because those are two of my guys. Until I got to the point where, I appreciate y'all, but I don't need you anymore because I'm saying, how would Jay Harris do this? Because I'm comfortable in my own skin. So as much as you can, get comfortable in your own skin and do you, and follow your passion and just have fun with it. And the money might come, it might not. But if you're having fun, you make it work.
Absolutely. We're going to end on that one. And you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind. I'm here with my guy, Jay Harris, ESPN, with some great nuggets. Peace out. Sammy Sosa, everybody. Thank you, Jay. Love you.
Appreciate you.